Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at the market because tomorrow's packs are going to drop the market significantly. I mean, look at this drop. If y'all didn't watch the video I dropped earlier, breaking down this drop, you can go watch that. But this is a ridiculous drop. Goat Yao Ming, Invincible Ben Simmons, 100 overall Victor Wembanyama, and a bunch of other crazy cards on top of that, but especially those three big names. What those three big names are going to do is going to drop the market significantly, I would say. I don't know how exactly significantly, but I would say today, Thursday, and tomorrow, Friday, especially really today, is probably going to be a great day to buy cards. The thing about Thursday for my team is that that's when the leaks come out, and that's when speculation happens. People speculate, oh my goodness, Yao's gonna be the best card in the game, which he probably is gonna be. To be fair, it's not just speculation with that, but like people will hype these cards up. Sometimes they wind up being a little bit more underwhelming on 2KDB than what people are actually expecting, but I don't think that's going to be the case with this drop, to be totally fair. And either way, what I think we're going to see happen is prices are going to drop significantly. And I mean significantly. As of right now, you're not going to see it too much, especially in the GOAT market, just because there aren't very many GOAT cards up on the auction house in the first place, and the ones like these have already had these bids on them for MJ and D-Rob. But I bet for some of these later selling ones tonight, they're going to drop in price, and I bet you see it in Invincibles a good amount very quickly. As you can see, sub a million MT now. Kevin McHale and Sean Kemp, those guys were not sub a million MT, and a lot of these cards have already had these bids on them, but I promise y'all prices are going to drop noticeably, especially at the point guard and the center position. So if there are cards you want to get, today is a great day to pick them up, especially cards like, for example, Galaxy Opal Victor Wembanyama. He's going to be so incredibly affordable now. If you want him, you're not going to be able to get his 100 overall. Today would be an awesome price to pick up Wemby. The same can be said for a 100 overall Ben Simmons. Still going to be an incredible card. One of the best options actually to counter himself. Bet you can get him for under a million MT for the first time. I do not regret selling my 40 Legend Ben Simmons now by any means, because that's going to make me a lot of MT. I also sold my GOAT MJ and my 100 overall LeBron yesterday. Y'all will see a video dropping on that later on this evening. I, again, do not regret that decision either, because I think selling cards before this drop probably worked out pretty good for me, because these guys are all going to be significantly cheaper. Now, I didn't sell my Yao. It's kind of too late to sell my Yao now, to be totally honest, and GOAT Yao is probably going to be too expensive anyway. I will likely just keep my 100 overall Yao as a GOAT Yao counter with the speed and the size, if nothing else, because GOAT Yao is going to be 47 million MT. Probably not, but he'll probably be 13 million, kind of like Invincible Wemby has been. I bet Invincible Wemby drops in price a bit. I'm not even sure if he's on the auction house right now, but I would think his price will drop a bit, because yeah, his price is definitely going to drop a bit because of both his 100 overall coming out as well as Goat Yao Ming. Now, do I have any idea whether or not 100 overall Wemby is going to be nearly as good as this Invincible? I really don't know. The thing about Wemby specifically, though, is even if his 100 overall has his own animations with like his own jump run very quick, that is still an insane jump shot, because y'all know how incontestable Wemby is. And I'm assuming he'll have some SIG upgrades and stuff like that as well. Even if he's not as good as this Invincible, he will still be an absolutely cracked, one of the best card in the game type cards. And so this is a pretty insane drop. I mean, it really absolutely is. And I think it's going to have significant repercussions kind of across the board. Prices are going to drop on pretty much every single card in my team, kind of regardless. I mean, you're seeing it right here. Giannis for 550. I bet you he's under 500K by the end of the day. A lot of these guys are noticeably down in price. LeBron for less than a million MT. And I mean, we could easily see these prices continue to drop as well as the night progresses. And I mean, it's just going to become a lot more attainable to get a lot more of these guys. Dark Matter prices, like for example, I bet you Dark Matter Taco Fall, Dark Matter Rick Smits, prices like that drop significantly. There you go. Rick Smits, 38 minutes left. Yes, but he was 700K. Now he's 100, and I mean, he'll probably be 300K still, but he's going to drop several 100,000 MT in price. Taco Fall, same story. Yes, I overpaid for this taco. I kind of regret it now, but 650. He was over 800 base, and probably going to be even a little bit cheaper than that. That one's got 8 legends. This one's got 4. 7 minutes left with 412K. Like, base tacos are going to be going for 400,000 MT now. And basically what this provides is a great opportunity for people who might be in a more attainable account situation where they don't have ridiculous amounts of MT and they don't have the best team in the game. And I'll go pull up my attainables lineup just to demonstrate. If you are one of those people, which I think there are a lot of people out there who have maybe been quote unquote hoarding your MT a little bit and waiting for a market crash to buy cards to upgrade your squad to get more affordable cards as well. Like you're in that same boat as me where you're only trying to really buy quote unquote more attainable cards, guys who are 400,000 or 500,000 MT or cheaper. You can still get stud cards for that price point. And especially now, you can really get stud cards for that price point. Like for example, with my attainables lineup, which I haven't done an episode on in a few days, but I did earlier this week. This is the way the team has been looking, and it's not spectacular, right? Obviously, I'm going to use Cedric over Richard Jefferson. I might even replace RJ realistically, because I think what I decided is I'm only going to roll over one player from the festival, and that's going to be Cedric. But like, obviously, I've badged version a lot of these cards and good cards, but like, you look at this squad, sure, it could use some upgrades. I could use another big, 100%. So I could slide Dikembe to the 4, move Miles Turner to the bench, replace Chet. That would be a big upgrade. I could upgrade artists. Now I could go ahead and pick up Taco Fall and Rick Smits for a lot more affordable prices, pick those guys up for sub 500 KMT, and all of a sudden I might have two really good bigs. I could go pick up a souped up Opal Victor Wembanyama and have him run this lineup and have a really good upgrade there as well. I could even go look to pick up maybe 100 overall small forward, somebody to upgrade. Like for example, I know he's not my favorite card personally, but if I liked his jumper, 100 overall Chris Webber, definitely going to be a lot more affordable now because he's getting invincible to borrow. He's 6'10", switchable, quality defender with Darius Garland dribble style. Still a really good card. I could look to pick him up. Like there are a lot of options now for somebody who might have a lineup that looks something like this, or even if you have a couple of 100 overalls like this lineup does. I got Shea in here, I got Tim Duncan in here. This is what my main lineup on this account would look like right now. You got options, you know what I mean? And I think if you've been saving your MT, now is a great opportunity to use it. If you need a point guard, go get yourself a tall PG. Go get yourself 100 overall Ben Simmons. He could be an awesome upgrade for a lot of people's teams, and he's going to be so much more affordable than he was. If you need a center, go get yourself a Rick Smits, a Taco Fall, an Opal Wemby, a Dikembe Mutombo, who I already obviously have on this account, but is a spectacular card. Go get yourself those guys, because now is going to be a spectacular time to get them. Their prices are going to be as cheap as they've ever been. People are going to be selling. You're going to see a lot of people selling these cards because of the leaks. And so therefore, I think you'll get really good prices on guys, especially as the night progresses, as there's more and more supply up on the auction house. Today is a great opportunity to take advantage of a market crash and upgrade your squad kind of across the board. And so I would recommend doing that. I'll probably sit on this account this afternoon and look for a decent price on a Rick Smits, a decent price on a Taco Fall, somebody like that, because I think those guys could be really impactful players to add to my attainables lineup. If I could add both those guys, that would really upgrade this team quite a lot, give me a lot more lineup flexibility, and especially positional versatility to guard the glitchy, insane 100 overall GOAT card giant bigs. And so, yeah, kind of across the board, no matter where you are MT wise, this is a good thing for people. It's going to make more cards super cheap. I just think as a whole, market crashes are the one positive about an insane drop like this, that yes, maybe a very pay to win drop may have a lot of cards you're not able to get yourself, but there are still positives to be found without a doubt. And with that being said, that is going to do it for today's video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.